You know, in the last few months, this channel has really grown quite a bit, and I'm very happy with the little community we've been able to build here. Everyone has been so supportive and nice, and the comments are always so full of positivity. So today, I thought, let's change that, as I'll take a look at some of the most, noticeable fanbases out there, the Battle Shounen Fandom. To me, Battle Shounen is kinda like the Black Friday sale of anime. You'll probably find something you like in there, but if you get too into it, you run the risk of getting trampled to death by a frantic mob. And just like a Black Friday public meltdown, I've always preferred to just watch it unfold from afar, not really taking much part in it myself. But here I am, jumping fearlessly into the fray. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, this video is just made for laughs, and is mostly addressing a vocal minority, so don't take any of it to heart, okay? Alright, let's start with a classic, Full Metal Alchemist. Despite the series ending more than a decade ago, its following is still going strong. And while the hype naturally has subsided somewhat in the last years, there are some things that will seemingly never die. Like its MAL score, the bots dedicated to maintaining said MAL score, and people posting images of Show Tucker on Father's Day thinking they're being clever when in fact that joke is older than Nina ever got to be. This fandom also has an interesting subset of people who'll constantly fight for their belief that the original series is better than Brotherhood. And while I don't personally agree with this, I can kinda see where they're coming from, because I'm also very stupid. One Piece. While the manga readers of One Piece seem to be content knowing that no other shonen will likely ever come close to match it in sheer numbers, the anime watchers are constantly on the battlefield defending the awful pacing and questionable filler arcs, while at the same time wondering how many friends and family members they would have to neglect in order to afford a rewatch. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. With JoJo fans' ability to communicate solely through memes, and with them somehow acting as if the show is still underground and niche, the only logical conclusion I can come to is that JoJo fans are perpetually stuck in the ancient year of 2014. Also, JoJo is one of the few series out there where a fan can say, you know, maybe the Nazis weren't that bad, and no one lifts a fucking eyebrow. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is one of the few series out there where a fan can say, you know, the Nazis were pretty bad, eh? And then still get called a fascist anyway. Yu Hakusho. Honestly, if you tell me that Yu Hakusho is your favorite shonen series, then I can immediately tell one of two things about you as a person. Either you're an old school fan longing back to the good old days of classic anime and manga, or you've just watched a lot of Eye Patch Wolf. Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter fans are an anomaly in the shonen community, as while most shonen fans see a fairly consistent feed of new content, a lot of Hunter x Hunter fans seem to draw their power from constantly complaining about the slow release schedule. Though I'm sure you could probably convince them that this is actually all part of the genius storytelling if you just made an hour-long video essay about it. Naruto. I've gotta pay my respect to Naruto, as I feel it really popularized a concept that is today a staple of the anime community. I'm of course talking about acting like an embarrassment to your parents in public spaces. The fanbase around Naruto used to be a lot more heated, but has in recent years calmed down quite a bit. This development is likely due to the fact that they have all found peace in something they can all agree and take part in. Clowning on Boruto. Boruto. While I've never actually seen a Boruto fan, I'm sure they're still out there, probably somewhere in the Amazon jungle along with the other endangered species, like the Samurai 8 fans. Bleach. For the last 10 years or so, the Bleach fan has kinda just been sitting ominously in the corner, occasionally smirking to himself when thinking about the Soul Society arc. Even so, they are still looming there ever-present, just waiting for the new season to drop and take the world by storm, so they can reclaim their rightful place among the big boys, because Bleach fans are fucking delusional. Demon Slayer. I didn't watch Demon Slayer when the anime first aired, but even so, at this point I think the rumored episode 19 would have to do nothing less than provide a cure for cancer to live up to all the hype that I've seen around it. Other than that, I feel that a fanbase dedicated enough to topple One Piece in sales for a period is worthy of respect. Respect that I'll pay a safe distance away from them. Kintama. While Kintama is a highly acclaimed series, I feel like the Gintama fan experience consists entirely of slowly pushing people through the show with promises like, no, the next arc is where it gets really good, I swear. Dragon Ball. I'll be real, Dragon Ball fans kinda scare me. I do have some bias here though, as it seems like whenever I get a mean comment targeted towards me online, there's like a 50% chance that the person in question has a Dragon Ball character as their profile picture. It's not often that these people find my channel however, as that would require them to watch something other than Dragon Ball for a change. Though it does make some sense that they wouldn't like me, as even with all my glorious charisma and wit, admittedly, I probably couldn't beat Goku. Jujutsu Kaisen. This might just be me, or perhaps it's recency bias, but I feel like the Jujutsu Kaisen fanbase got hit extra hard when the anime aired. Last year, I remember thinking that the fans were pretty chill and down to earth, but now they've moved up towards the top of the list of people I'm afraid will pull out a knife in the middle of an argument. Chainsaw Man. You gotta give it to Chainsaw Man, as it's really been breaking new ground lately. I feel like normally a community starts off fairly chill and positive, slowly gaining a following as it goes, then the anime series comes along and the fanbase takes a turn for the more, how should I put this? Intolerable. But here, Chainsaw Man has really excelled, as the community was seemingly a toxic wasteland from day fucking one. Black Clover. There is this weird argument going on in the shonen community about who should be considered the next big three, as if we're still stuck in 2010. Regardless of how silly this discussion is though, you gotta admire Black Clover fans for their tenacity. Even after being the community punching bag for almost 5 years, they still always get up and continue screaming their lungs out about how good it is, truly channeling the spirit of their protagonist. I just can't help but root for the little guy, you know? My Hero Academia. The My Hero Academia fandom is truly a blessing to us all. In this landscape of madness, I think it's really good that we have the My Hero Academia community to act as an example for everyone else to follow. Full of nothing but rational, calm and thoughtful individuals, the My Hero Academia fandom is truly a guiding light to all of us in the anime. Oh, I can't do this anymore. Alright, let's get out of here before I get fucking murdered. If your favorite shonen wasn't mentioned here, then don't be too disappointed. Just remember that your favorite is simply less important than Boruto. Goodbye.